Hi, this is Kim Wolf, and today is September the 3rd. I have not received any calls from my marketing. I did add one person to my contact list through Walking and Talking, so I'm excited about that. I actually was out doing a whole bunch of marketing today again, just bombarding places with postcards and flyers, and decided I needed a little comfort, so I went into Panera to get some hot chai tea, which is actually, I love that. And the gal that I was working with, that was waiting on me, was just saying how exhausted she was, and I thought, oh, so that's why I like working from home, which obviously led into a great conversation. So I'm excited about talking to her. She was not English, was not her primary language, so it was a little bit of a challenge, but it was very fun, just very engaging, kind, warm lady. So I'm excited about that. Didn't set any appointments or do any presentations today. I did make a couple phone calls and attempt to set appointments, but haven't actually been successful. Here I have to say this again, I haven't looked at my mentoring report. And leading by example is just letting my team know that I've been out there every day for the last 5 days. And when people are telling me that they're busy, which I get because I'm busy too, and that, I am, on some fairly strong medications for my back injury and having to ice myself every so often, and that I go out and work and come back and do that. And so just really trying to encourage them that, I don't feel like it either if I was doing work based on how I feel, but I'm doing activity because I know that activity is going to generate results. I had a really funky day yesterday. Which I'm sure if you watch my video from yesterday, if you look at me yesterday, look at me today, you can tell that I feel a little bit better. I am just really thankful that my mentor is just as kind and compassionate and as focused as she is, and God only knows why she puts up with me, but she really continues to encourage me and just help keep me focused. And I do truly believe in the bottom of my heart that she believes in me. And that makes a huge difference to me, because there are many times when I lack that confidence, and she's able to instill that in me. And so it's kind of nice to know that her belief will carry me through sometimes when my own belief is faltering. So, love you. Thank you. What else? Listening to the marketing material, that was really important to me yesterday. I realized I hadn't listened to it in about 4 days, maybe even longer than that. And so just to go back, I didn't actually listen to the CD again yesterday, but I read the material, and that was, I think, even just more impacting for me. I could read it really slow, and I read it out loud so I could kind of hear it and see it, thinking that it would tap into more than one sense. So that was kind of interesting. My struggles has just been really battling my own demons and not finding the success as fast as I think that the success should come, and then trying to figure out where I'm going wrong. I realize that it can be done. I've seen it done by many, many people, and I believe that it can be done, and I just need to keep trying to figure out where, what I need to do. And so it really is a matter of putting one foot before the other, and sometimes I'm really, really good at that. I can just plug along, and I feel like something I read in the coaching that grass comes through cement, or goes through cement like seeking light to grow. And I thought that's pretty interesting. If you think about how fragile a blade of grass is, that it can actually come up through cement. And I know even in my own brick paver, I can see how that kind of tries to weave its way through. And I thought, you know what, there are days that I feel fragile, and if I can just remember that my light, which is Christ, is there always shining for me, and that I can reach towards that. I think that's just really interesting. I spent a lot of time really trying to think today, and I mean like the true creative thinking, the kind of thing that really comes from the core of your being. And I was able to just kind of, have some quiet time and be still before the Lord, and pray that He shows me where He wants me to do my marketing, and that He brings to me the people that He wants me to partner with. Now, that's not to say He's going to drop them from the clouds into my lap. I realize that I have to be out there working, but I believe that He will direct my paths. And there's huge comfort in that. And what I need help with is really just the encouragement has been really helpful to me. And, you know, people holding me accountable, like sometimes that's kind of a rub. You're like, leave me alone. It's none of your business what I do. And part of run my own business is so I don't have to be accountable to anyone. But the reality is we are always accountable to somebody, whether it's to an employer, a spouse, your children, you know, Christ. So, but, you know, I'm bullheaded. I'll be the first to admit. And I like to march to the beat of my own drum. And I'm sure that's probably obvious to some. And so what I've been thinking about today is really ways to move forward, ways to move my business forward. So I've really been trying to be creative. I've done a lot of Google searching, come up with some various new marketing ideas that I, you know, want to run past some people. And instead of thinking, I'm very much a visionary, and my mind kind of just goes really fast. And sometimes I cannot slow down enough to really think about a thought. It just kind of comes and goes. So I decided to start trying to journal and not being disciplined. It'll be interesting to see how this all plays out. But I've been trying to, like, I had questions for someone from corporate today, and I put in a call, and obviously they weren't available. And so by the time they get back to me, my mind will have moved on. I'll forget what I wanted. So I actually wrote those questions down. And the ideas I had, I wrote down. And even words, like words would come in my head. And I wrote that down because I really do believe that greatness comes from creativity. And what is creativity? It's thought, right? So I want to do great things. I want to live a great life, not a good life. I want to bless more people than I even can possibly imagine right now. And so I really am dreaming big, and I'm dreaming in color. Thanks. Talk to you guys later.